Hey guys, I haven't had a video out for a while, so I wanted to drop you a quick note and kind of let you guys know where we're at. As you can see, we still have a little bit of snow here, but also as you can see, the fields are starting to turn black. The snow is melting, and we're going to be moving here hopefully it's going to be a month, I think. I think it'll be a month before we're actually turning any dirt over, but we're going to be doing some stuff ahead of time to get ready for it. I'm hoping next week I can really get the machines moving, get them in the shop. We're going to do a bunch of maintenance to them. We got some cool stuff coming up, by the way, and we're going to start pumping videos out again now that I can see the water flowing down the hill and stuff is melting. So we're getting close. The truck is a little bit dirty. You can see we've had to drive in plenty of mud, but you can also see the water over here running down the hill. So that's a good thing. Spring is getting closer. Now, speaking of water running downhill, unless you've been living under a rock, you've seen the devastation down in Nebraska and Iowa, parts of Missouri down there. You've seen the flooding going on. I've seen videos of farmers who have literally lost everything. I've seen machine sheds underwater. I've seen grain bins that are busting open. The water gets high enough, the grain starts soaking up that water, and the grain bins will literally bust open. I don't know exactly what happens in a situation like that. I'm being distracted here by all of this large wheeled machinery. Rather than looking at me, I'll just let you guys enjoy the view. Anyway, I don't know what happens in a situation where your grain bin literally busts open from the flooding. I've read some responses online, but I can't say for sure what's right and what's wrong. I also can't say for sure what the heck that is. But anyway, Farm Focused, Ben and his family, they actually live just outside of Omaha. Farm Focused is who does all of our apparel for us. They personally know several people affected by this, and what they've done is really cool. They've actually designed a t-shirt that's available in a few different colors, where 100% of the profits are going to go directly to the people and the farmers that are affected by this situation. Like I say, I don't know what some of those farmers are going to do. I watched a video of a guy literally using a hand shovel to dig his steers out of the snow. I mean, I just can't imagine how many of those animals that he was not able to get to, but it's crazy, man. Go to farmfocused.com. Check it out there. It's the first thing you'll see when you get to their site. You can order one of those shirts. 100% of the profits will go directly to the victims. On top of that, Farm Focused and myself have once again kind of pooled our resources together, and we have got $500 from the profits of the t-shirts that you guys bought from me before Christmas. We're going to take those profits and we're going to pool that in with his money, and we're going to send that directly to the farmers affected by this as well. We're going to really hopefully make a little bit of a difference for some of these farm families down there that I don't know what they're going to do, but this is one way that we can really pitch in and help them out. So Farm Focused and the Millennial Farmer again have gone together, and we're going to be giving $500 out to the farms that are affected by this. So make sure you guys keep that area in your thoughts and prayers. Stuff is still melting, stuff is still running south. Hopefully it doesn't get any worse for people down there. I hope that the waters will start to recede and people will start to see some relief from that. On a side note, Millennial Farmer apparel is available again at farmfocused.com. So if you go over to Ben's website there, you will see our apparel is available again. We've got some brand new hats on there. It's all in stock this time. It's not pre-order, so go ahead and as long as you're purchasing a shirt to support the flood victims down there, why not buy yourself some Millennial Farmer apparel as well? No, I'm not gonna eat the whole thing myself. I got plenty of kids to help out with that. Morning, cows. Cattle. Still working on the big drifts. How's the pizza, Rhiannon? Thumbs up? How's the pizza, Onyx?
Terrible.
Oh. Dang it, the camper fell off the block. So there was another court case out in California that found Roundup to be the cause of a man's lymphoma, where his family was awarded several millions of dollars in that case. I'm not a scientist. All that I'm gonna say is an emotional jury decision is not the same thing as good sound science. I still find it funny that most of the people who end up getting cancer from glyphosate live in California and not in the Midwest, where they're farmers who deal with a few hundred gallons of glyphosate every year. Okay, on another note, I shared a picture from about this angle on my Instagram last week, which you should follow, by the way. It's at MN Millennial Farmer. Easy to find, but I had a lot of questions about why there were two combines in here. This is still the same 9870 we've had for a couple of years. This is still the same 9650. The 9650 is sold. It will be leaving before too long. But we are storing it right now just because it never ended up going to the dealership. It got sold before it went to the dealership. And so we just kept it in our shed for the winter. In a couple of weeks here when the roads are dry, we'll back it out. The new owner can take it. And we are going down to one machine where we will only have this 9870. We did trade our old headers in. So we traded the two old style auger headers, the 635s. And we are going to one machine, the 9870, with the 40-foot flex draper. That's a brand new 740 FD from John Deere. The reason we did that was because we figured right now with some of the shuffling we're trying to do, trying to get some ownership in the machinery transferred to me. So I bought the new flex header, and Dad worked a deal out where he traded off his combine and his headers for some other stuff that he was doing. So it worked out well for us. In 2012, when we bought the second machine, we had close to 2,000 acres of corn, and corn was $7 a bushel at the time. So we bought a second machine, knocked out the beans as quickly as we possibly could so that we could get going on corn. The second machine has been good since then. It's not a super high dollar value piece of equipment that we got sitting here in the second machine, but we figured we're good to go with one machine. We've got 2,600 acres for this next year right now. One machine is going to cover that. We'll be about 50-50. So we went down to one machine and one wider header. That's what's going on in that picture. I had a lot of questions on that, so I figured I'd cover that for you guys. On a side note, we still have our 608 chopping header for sale. So if anybody's looking for a good 8-row chopping header, John Deere header, let me know. Shoot me an email. Couple other quick things. Number one, I'm going to be on a brand new podcast coming up here in about a month. I can't say too much about it, but what I can say is that it's targeted towards farmers, and we're going to be discussing a lot about conservation, stewardship, and sustainability. Whatever sustainability may mean to you, we talk about that a lot on the podcast. It's going to be a great podcast. I've got a co-host that you will meet. He's got a lot of experience working with cover crops and no-till and stuff like that. It's going to be awesome, guys, so keep an eye out for that. In about a month here, I'll let you guys know exactly where you can find it and what's going on. On that note, I may as well address no-till a little bit. We've got some acres that didn't get tilled last fall. We left them for last because we knew we might not have enough time to actually get to those acres. So we left our driest acres for last, knowing they may not get tilled. And then we actually picked up a few acres here a couple weeks ago that are also not tilled. And so there's a chance that I may be working with somebody who's very educated in the state of Minnesota when it comes to no-till and cover crops and stuff like that. And we may be working together, hopefully, to try to kind of test some of this and take advantage of the fact that we didn't get everything tilled that we wanted to. So why not run some tests on that and see what we can do with some of the new equipment nowadays. I've talked a lot about how no-till has been a big struggle in my area. You can see it's cold, it's wet. We've got a lot of snow here yet to go. We're close to the Red River Valley. We've got heavy black soils with really tight clays underneath it. We struggle to dry out. That's why this county is 99.5% conventional tillage. But I think this could be a good opportunity for us to test some of that and work with it with new equipment and work directly with somebody who understands what we're doing. So hopefully we're going to have some of that coming up on the channel. I can't say for sure, but the wheels are in motion behind the scenes to try to do a little bit of that. So hopefully you guys can kind of see what we're doing with that, and we'll walk through it, and I'm sure I'm going to learn a lot with that. Another quick note, I've been getting a little bit of fan mail. If you're interested in sending fan mail to us, you can send it to Millennial Farmer at P.O. Box 4, Lowry, Minnesota, Lowry, 56349. We'll throw the address down in the description. If you guys are interested, send me some cool stuff. I've gotten a lot of really cool pictures from kids. That's been pretty cool. I've saved all of those and try to respond to whatever I can. That heater, when it kicks in, has always made noise since the day we built this shop. I got another really cool package from Michael Lemke. Michael, thank you again, man. This is your response. It's been cool. So setting up that P.O. box I think will be big this year. If we get enough of it, maybe we'll do some kind of a fan mail edition. I guess I don't know, you know, we get enough stuff that I think we could look through some of that and maybe do like a fan mail video or something. Why don't you tell me down in the comments, you guys let me know if you want us to put together some fan mail videos. We can do that. One last quick thing, guys. There was a farmer named James Wilkie from Columbus, Nebraska, who unfortunately this last week was actually swept away in his tractor while he was crossing a bridge on his way to rescue a stranded motorist. This is just a reminder to head over to farmfocused.com, get yourself a t-shirt where 100% of the profits are going to go to the victims who are dealing with everything down in Nebraska, Iowa, and Missouri. I would encourage you to have a drink tonight in memory of James and his selfless act. And if you watch the Super Bowl, make sure when you do that, you drink the right kind of beer. Cheers, James. What do you think, Didge? Too much snow? I hear geese. We got geese. Spring is coming.